Hey everybody, Kyle Buckland here with the Artful Souls. We're going to do another design stem video. The next design stem I want to talk about is the triangle. Now, the triangle composition design stem is used a lot throughout art history to create a sense of stability. There's a lot of strength and a certain grounded quality to a composition that's built on the triangle. And again, just like when we're doing the circle design stem, we don't want to center our triangle right in the middle of our design. So what we want to have is we want to offset this triangle a little bit. And this can be to the left or the right. And basically this is going to give you an armature to build on that's going to, like I said, create a lot of solidity in your composition. And I'll show you, this is a great one to use when you're painting mountains, especially if you're featuring one very large mountain. And you can have a lot of other lines too in this type of composition that move around, but what we want is the main line to be our triangle. So for example, let's say we're dealing with a similar scene here as some of the other illustrations. We have a road that comes in and wraps around down here over a hill. This is going to be a very mountainous scene. And we have a couple other ridges here. Some trees here. We're going to have a great big mountain that comes up here. So you'll see this used a lot. Cezanne did a series of paintings of mountains where he utilized the triangle quite a bit. And you can see how it's already creating a sense of strength and a noble quality to this mountain. So like I said, we can have other lines that move around in this composition, but the biggest, most prominent line is going to be this big mountain shape here. We can break it up and have several ridges within there. Some clouds come in here, but again, we don't want to have anything that's going to distract too much from our main triangular shape there. You can see here how I'm using perspective, and you notice I do this in my paintings too. So we're actually using some shapes here to draw our eye back into the actual drawing, into the design. And the bottom of this triangular composition doesn't have to be an exact straight line across there. You can suggest it. So we've got these trees here. We've got a dark tree line in this foreground, and then we'll have some places where that same value shows up over here for those darker trees, and that's going to move your eye along the bottom of the triangle. So we don't always have to have all these lines, and in fact the more advanced that you become with your designs, the less obvious these design stems will become. So like I said, we want to learn right now, just to practice them, we can go ahead and make them a little bit more obvious, but eventually we just almost want to have them hinted at without having it look like we are relying too heavily on just a design. We could even have a telephone pole here. A couple telephone poles that bring us off into the distance here. So in this type of composition here, our center of interest is actually the strength of this mountain. It's the theme of the big uprising mountain. So we don't have the figures, we don't really need them in this like we did in the other illustrations. Maybe put a bird or two up in the sky. Some artists refuse to paint birds because they say, oh, that's a little sappy or too cliche, but you know what? I see the birds when I'm out there. They're flying all around, so why not, right? And you'll see this goes back to the Renaissance days. I mean, this triangular composition is not just good for landscape. I think you can use it in a lot of figurative compositions, interiors, or still lifes rather, and this is something that goes back hundreds and hundreds of years. So these design stems are not something that I invented. These are things that have been used by artists for a long time. There's some great books out there. If you want to read more about it, one book that I would suggest getting, and this is just a great book for anyone who's interested in landscape painting or composition in general, is Composition of Outdoor Painting by Edgar Payne, and his last name is P-A-Y-N-E. That's a great book, and he really goes into these design stems too, just like we're going to in this series of videos. So there it is. There's your triangle design stem being put into use. So a little different than the other ones we've been talking about, but still just as effective at creating a harmonious design. So if you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe if you haven't already subscribed to the channel. You can click the bell icon to receive notifications on the videos. And then also, if you want to support the channel, don't forget to check out the Patreon link in the description below. You can sign up and become a patron, where for as little as $1 a month you can help support the channel and help keep these videos coming. So thanks so much for watching. I look forward to creating some more videos for you. Have fun and happy painting.